Oh, cool. Safety reasons. Hello, Galaxy. Some music and editing. So, a couple people have been messaging me, um, asking me to go live again more often. So I was like, yeah, might as well for like the last little bit. Last album. Alright, let me share the link channel or Discord server. How are you guys doing? Videos about Geometry Dash. I don't want to be as a hold on a second. Uh, I don't want to be labeled as a Roblox YouTuber. I want to expand my territory, so we're going Geometry Dash. So, plan right now is I need transition into the introduction of this really hard level. So, usually what I do is I put the music down, I put the voiceover down, and I think in my head, what could I do to edit this part? So the transition goes from this, which is
super check, and most importantly, focus.
I like how it flashes before it
Most
there,
importantly, focus.
right? And then from there, we're gonna pick up onto the next level that we're gonna talk about, which in this case is Ubawamba. And if we listen to the music,
Let's go up a little more. This is a level called.
So I actually added the I added all of these three here. I added this, and admit is a little similar, but I added these like electrical sound effects because I didn't do for this intro. So we cut to a black screen right here. There after the focus, we cut to black, and I want to have something spark in from the black. That's the idea. So I was like, okay, what if we do some sort of like flickering light? Oh, I don't know how to make a flickering light, but I know the sound effects would look cool. So I put the sound effects together. And I don't know how to make a flickering light, but I noticed this frame of the level, and it's really iconic. It's this one where you, wait, where is it? Is it this one here? Yeah, right here. So you see, the character goes inside a little elevator, and that light is a perfect representation of like. So I'm gonna use the still frame here to animate this. That's the plan. Into the title card. That'll take me about. Hopefully, I'll get it done within 2 hours, like the title card and everything. So that's the plan. So started. The first sound that starts off is the electricity sound, so the sound of light. So I want to use that as much as possible. And I'm going down it's called a fusion composition. Fusion comp. Actually, I'm gonna do an adjustment clip just in case I want to put something on it. Actually, fuck it, fusion. So. So right here, the light turns off. So there. That's where the sound is gonna end. Until then, all the space we have to work, which is about, is that 6 seconds? We're gonna be putting a lot of effort into 6 seconds worth. When I full screen the project, it appears black on the stream. Like that. This is what it is so far. There's nothing on the stream. But like this. Should be able to see all this now. You can see it all. There's nothing, we didn't make it, so that's why we're all still the thought process. So we're gonna have like electricity flickering. I'm actually gonna duplicate this whoosh. I want like a boom type sound effect. I want this to dissipate right, so it's good. I can do like a riser there too, but it's fine. So for now, this is what we're doing. We're gonna go into Fusion Page. And then here we are. So on the right here is all your nodes. So DaVinci Resolve works, especially in the Fusion compositions, or like the Fusion page, is you have all these different, you have all these different nodes, and I can pull up the nodes just by clicking Control Space, and these are every single tool that you could use, and every single one of these does exactly one thing. So this is the media out node right here. It's kind of hard to see on the down here. I don't know if I could zoom that specifically. I wish I could. What, maybe? Right. Shift me? That doesn't. Okay, so this is media out. So this is what is displayed at the end. Since there's nothing connected to it yet, right here, it usually will say nothing's connected out. There's nothing in this right now, so we're gonna make some stuff. We're gonna put in a background node. And background nodes essentially state, okay, a single color. That's all background node is, and this is what this looks like because it's black right now. But if I go here and change the color, like let's change it to red. Look at that, we have red. Very simple. For this example, I needed black. That's what our base is going to be. And on top of that, we're going to put a merge node. And whatever goes into the yellow is always on the bottom layer, and whatever's on the green is the top layer, and is the adjustment. So merge nodes are very simple. They just say that, okay, you're putting this on top of this. That's all a merge node says. It's not combining two things together. It's not like math. It's more of like building layers on like a pane, something like multiple pane stacking on top. That's what a merge node is. Very, very simple. So I actually took, I need to put this over here, so I don't want files show stream. Should be. So I actually made a still image. I called it boot. We have this, right? So one thing you'll notice, it's not centered. I want this to be centered. And we're gonna make this light here flicker, because it's an elevator light. So easiest way to do that is we're gonna put a transform node. So right now we have Whoops PMG, which is just this image here, my computer. We put it on top of the black background node. It's, green is on top, yellow is on bottom, right? Our transform nodes are very, very simple. All they do is they transform the image. So you could move it, you could change the size of it, you could change the aspect, which is the stretching and shrinking. You could change the angle, you could do all these different cool fucking things. But in this case, we're going to use it to center the image. So easiest way I could think of is just take something that's naturally centered. So like this red dot here in the center, and we're going to tediously go in and try to merge that together. I lied, I could just use this. Fuck. So we're gonna do this. Let's do it. So now if I shrink this down a lot, it should more or less be in the center of that. That's close enough, right? These node things look complicated. How long did it take you to... Honestly, I've been doing this for a couple of years. But like learning diffusion, all it is really a process of learning what like each of these does. You don't need to learn all of them. I want to say I only probably know what 10% of these nodes do. All these different tools, like every single one is its own different thing. I don't know what the fuck this is, right? But I know enough to be able to like make whatever I want, and I also know enough on like how to adjust each layer. Like the most important things are your background nodes and your merge nodes. That's literally it. Background, merge, and transforms. These are super important. Everything else is just flashy cool stuff that you can learn on your own. But as long as you understand like a couple fundamentals, you could like really start to scale this kind of node stuff really easy. So this is going to become, if you see it here on this side of the stream, this is over the next course of a couple hours as I'm editing. We're going to turn this into something like, let me find like a really stupid example. We do this one. We're going to turn that into something like this. This one's fucking humongous, right? And then we also have something like, I'm trying to find other examples. So I have a few. That was cool. Oh yeah. That's not as cool. Oh, this one's cool. Check this one. Yeah, this one too. Like, these get like really big and really complicated really fast. I'm trying to find. I think this is one. Yeah, this is one. I think this one. Ooh, this one's fat. So yeah, I understand that every single one of these nodes does exactly one thing, and if you know how to structure them, you can make all this really cool stuff. So this makes this. Right? I could select each individual part of this. Like this one, this portion here is these purple lines here, right? I know what every single part does. And I have probably 100 of these right now. 100 of these massive fucking trees in this video so far. So I've been working on this thing for quite some time. I think I did anything crazy here. I know I did something crazy here. This one's not too bad. This one's a really cool animation that I made. Like, me throwing this fucking text PNG and it flying into there. It's just a really impressive transform. Which we went over. Let's change something. Oh, this one's fucking cool. Hold on, I gotta show you this one. This one. So this one's all this, but look at what I made with it. Ooh, fuck! My god. So check this out. It starts off with just this, right? And then we start building up the background. So simple gradient, increase the brightness on it a little bit, add some glow, or fast noise, which is just a generator for random shapes like this. Put some glow on it. Mosaic blur, which makes it like a hexagon shape, right? And then we put on a star, which I made with a single triangle. I moved the triangle up. I made everything transparent on the back, and then I duplicated the triangle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then I animated it, then positioned it, and then colored it, and then put a shadow on it. And then this one is just a line that I made twice, and then I made a glow, and I moved it. And then this one is just an optical illusion that I learned in Geometry Dash. Boom, boom, that's on the side here, right? Then we also have a dot, which if you crop it, and then set it up right, you can make a grid pattern. Very, very cool. And once again, more noise that tells the grid pattern where to go. Color it, put it on top of everything. That's what it looks like so far. And I think this is all my text. Yep, that's my text. This video is going to be beautiful, so I'm telling you. But I'm super close to finishing. Now we're gonna keep doing my idea. So. And we're gonna start with this. So first things first, if I notice this brightness, it's center. Yeah, this light's center, but I also want this entire light in general to be closer to the like the top. You see how big of a gap there is here and not here, so I want to center this. All I'm gonna do is simply take the transform and move it up just a tiny bit. I don't need to be exact with this. I'm just gonna fucking eyeball it right there. That works, right? Now, if you notice, one thing that's pissing me off is this isn't symmetrical. So we have an opening here, which is part of the level. I can't really do anything about that. Well, I can, but we have some saws here, whatever the fuck this is on top of here. I need to, wait, is that part of this? That is, okay. Now this rectangle node, this is a mask. This is basically telling, okay, this goes into like blue triangles. This is like, okay, this is where I want this to happen. So right now I'm saying anything in this rectangle inside of this image is visible. So this is what the mask looks like, and this is what it looks like with the mask. So I'm gonna say, okay, I want everything but this on the top here, whatever the fuck this is, to be visible. So I'm gonna, oh, that's it right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna top, this it's all black, and I'm just gonna invert it. Now if you notice, there's no more stupid annoying that would be there. So on the topic of making everything here symmetrical, I don't want this opening. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to set it opening. The easiest way I can think of that is I'm gonna take some footage that I captured. It's here. And this footage is literally just a black saw spinning, which is part of the game. Right? And now we're just gonna surround this with these saws, which are already here, right? But I also need these saws to cover more of this area. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do this. Put a merge node because I want to put this image on top of everything. Node here. So the sandwich so far goes our background node, which is just black. This is a single color. We put on top our image, right? That we got rid of the corner there for, because the corners, otherwise it looked like that. So we get rid of that red node there, and then we have a transform node to center it all. That's what that would look like. Go from that to that. Put that on top of everything. Very, very simple so far. As for this, obviously the biggest issue is it's fucking blue. We don't want the blue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it's called a delta keyer. And this is what is used to like remove green screens and shit. So we're going to select the background color, which is this blue, and then the reference color, which is this black. And then that hypothetically, I fucked up. Okay, yeah, there we go. We just need the background color to be set to blue. So it'll go like, okay, are there any blue pixels on the screen? If so, we're gonna remove. That's what it did. But now there's no more blue pixels. One thing I do notice is that if you notice, these saws are pointed this way. All these are pointed this way. So I need to flip this image over, which I could do with a transform node. And you can set these nodes to do whatever you want, like, oh, change the size, change the aspect, change the center of it, or whatever. Probably do this, right? But normally I like to have one node per action, so, or unless I really need to have more. So for the case of this saw, I need to flip it and then duplicate it and then put it in different spots in this. So the easiest way to do that is to take this, flip it using the transform node. So I can flip it like that, and now it's pointing around. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Now one thing you could actually do is you can continue to another chain of merge nodes. It looks like we have, I'll make like 5 of these. So we're going to go 1, 2, plug that into here. So we're going to do something very special. We have one output, which is this. It is this so far. But what I could do is I can connect these to multiple different things at once. I could say, okay, stack this one on top of here, stack this one on top of here. And now I have multiple on top of each other, which you can't see right now. Transparent. See? So technically, now, if we do this, we'll see that I actually duplicate it. See how there's two saws instead of one? So, doing that, we're going this off. And since we have our base, which is this, I'm going to start putting these everywhere. So first off, I'm going to transform node inside of each of these. They're on. Because I want to put them in different places, and as we know, transform nodes change different places, right? Very simple. That's pretty big. Are all of them the same size? Okay, about. So I'm going to use this to get a gauge. How big this one is. This is some freaking humans. You once installed DaVinci, but it was way too complicated, so you stick with CapCut. Do you know how I could start? It's really good for being free stuff. Thank you. Of course, it takes years of experience, and I will say if you're an editor, one of the biggest struggles of editing is swapping to another platform, especially if you started off with something like iMovie on your phone, CapCut, anything like that. Moving on to these like professional grade editing softwares like DaVinci or Adobe. It is hard, but my best advice is learn how to navigate the editor. You don't even need to learn how to do any effects, just learn how to navigate the editor. So learn common keybinds, like what like cutting is. Like cutting, I know instinctually it's Control B. That would cut it in half. Like I know if I want to make a gap here so there's black, I would just move one half of it. I know undo and redo are Control C or Control Z, Control Shift Z, redo. All this very, very basic stuff. Like, oh, how to move your cursor around, all that. And once you get comfortable enough with that, then you can start making effects and shit. And once you start making effects and shit and start watching tutorials, then you start to get a handle of, okay, I know how to do this. Do I know how to do this from what I learned in CapCut? Can I translate that over to this? So the one thing with DaVinci is I don't use presets because I can make my own because of this node system. And that's something that CapCut doesn't have. So there are benefits to switching over to a higher degree editing software. Now, the one thing I don't like is watching YouTube tutorials that don't actually explain what things are. Like, they'll go like, oh, this is how you make this effect. Except it's not like a distinct tutorial. It just tells you how to make the singular effect and not what every single component that you're adding does. And that's where true learning comes from. So they'll go like, oh, so what you want to do is you want to start off with the background node, put these exact settings. Okay, but what the fuck do those settings even do? Like, it's important to know these things if you want to actually, like, that's why when I, like, tell people, it's best to just, like, learn it yourself, like, learn what every single node here does yourself. I mean that genuinely, because it's a better way to learn. But if you do want to use tutorials, make sure you're understanding what every single component of whatever you're trying to make does, essentially. That's what I would recommend. If you want to like learn how to navigate it, my best advice, that would be like YouTube tutorials or taking things really slowly and working on simple projects like music videos, or not music videos, like montages. Like find like a cool music, put some music down, and then cut some clips up to match to sync with the music and stuff like that. That'll like help you learn it a lot and very fast. But if you want to learn Fusion and like all this super fucking complicated weird stuff, I have a couple videos that you could watch that are very underrated. Or once again, you can just watch like tutorials and how Fusion and shit works. Because the videos I would recommend kind of like intermediate. Okay, back to this. So I want this to be like that. So this is about the right size. Cool. I'm gonna put this one here. It's really cool. This one. I want to cover all these saws that currently exist here. This one. Because this is an image. These saws that I'm actually placing actually move. So these are not stationary. This one it looks like it's reflit, so we're gonna Okay, notice how these move, but this one doesn't. That's gonna piss me off, but honestly, I don't think it's that noticeable. So that's fine. Other one, this one's gonna be kind of big. A big saw. That, yeah. 'Cause this is what's gonna block off most of this. What the fuck? Oh shit, okay. So I noticed one thing. When I did this, I didn't realize that there's an FPS counter at the top of my image. So easy fix, I'm just gonna do this, and then exact same method. What the fuck? Okay, new plan. I'm gonna put in what is called a crop node. So whatever you record in, whatever like dimensions your image is, you will see it on the top right here. For instance, this is a 1920 by 1080 standard HD format. What a crop does is it changes that. So it changes it from this, right? So I can set it to whatever. So if I want to set it to a square, which if we shrink this down to a square, so like that, that would clip out this, which is good. Fun. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this and keep it centered. Boom. Downside is I need to redo sizes of everything, but the upside is it gets rid of that really fucking FPS thing. I'll take that in mind. I like the montages idea. Of course. I love making montages, like even if it's just simple cuts, simple zooms, like really simple shit. I love it because you could look back and go like, wow, that's fucking cool. I made that. That's sick. And like it matches to all the beats and the music, and it's like, oh my, it's so fucking cool. That's so fucking cool. And that's how I really got into video editing. Fuck, I gotta redo the sizes on all this. Okay, set this. Okay, cool. Now we're just gonna this out. Change the size of what the fuck. The fuck, man? Oh, right. Okay, so change the size of this. Like there. That works. Sure, man. That there. So it says oops. Two. Okay, cool. Then now we're gonna do this one. As long as everything's like spiky, I don't really care. This one I do. So this one. This one is gonna be our saw. That's fucking sick. Alright. Now we're gonna do this one here. This one's gonna be a really small one. Something. Oh, look at that. It's fucking fire. I might do another one right on the top of here to like something. Yeah, I'll do that. So notice I only have every single transform only does one thing. For instance, this one only changes the size of it, and then all these change their own individual positions, which is what I want. Of course, this one changes the position and size, but it's fine. Both of those are the same thing. This one I'm actually gonna flip because everything here is the same. Same one, different. And put this one right at a 5-shot. That's fucking sick. Okay, these saws are moving a lot faster than me, but that is okay. So cool. So notice how like cramped and enclosed this looks, and like how mysterious it looks. So Bubawamba is a black, white, and green level. In my mind, when I think electricity, I think, oh, zippy zappy, oh, abandoned factory, I think green. That's the color I want to put. So, very simple. Through my experimentation, I have discovered a green, or something to make something green, which is the color, right? Yeah, color correct. Now this takes the canvas and then changes everything, or changes all the bright values to one color. So I have all these color options here. See, I want something very slightly green. Like that. Look at that. Fuck, that's sexy. So, next thing I could think of is, obviously we have like a zippy zappy sound effect. So we're going to animate that using a called Flicker Edition, and that just essentially puts a little bit of flicker in everything. Also, I noticed that you can kind of see the outline of the saws here because I asked it like dog shit. Right? See some lines there. It's an issue. I think if I increase the gain, those disappear. They disappeared. Cool. All right, so we're gonna take this, right, and then we're going to add some flicker. Technically, I could do it like further back here, but for the sake of continuity and safety. So that's deflip. So now that we added Flicker Edition, that's what this would look like. Already, it looks more like a flashing light. I'm trying to like determine if this is real. 1, 0, 1. Okay, this is what it looked like. First off, that's a little too bright and flashy, so I'm gonna use the range. So now it's a little nicer on the eyes, still a little much. That's about right. That looks like a light that's being struggled to be. Another thing about editing I struggled with were assets, because let's say I have some 6 sounds or images in my mind to add, but I don't search for. That's another thing that's really useful. Now I'm gonna go on a little rant here. I usually stay away from like short form videos about editing or like really high quality edited videos on YouTube, because I don't like to take inspiration from people. I like to see what my mind comes up with on my own. And plus, if I do like look at those high quality videos and like tips on editing or whatever, it makes me feel jealous because usually they're better than me. And as much as I'd like to push those feelings down, I stay away. Like it still hurts, right? And it discourages me from editing in general. So what I would do, for your question, the one rare occasion I do look for editing tips is on like Instagram Reels, where they show you where to get all your assets and stuff. So my best advice is, if you're trying to describe something or trying to find something specific, if it's related to sounds, there's a really cool website called My Instance. Now this one, literally, it's just for sound effects, I use YouTube and My Instance for sound effects. So for instance, if I want to find like a deep whoosh, we have, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like that would work, right? The thing is, the issue with this is literally most of this is fucking 2018 sound, like meme sound effects, like right. It's loud as shit. It's annoying. In that case, if you want a specific sound, look on YouTube for it. But yeah, like these are not funny. But if you are looking for, like, for instance, light, you get all these things. If you want like a light switch, I actually use this one. Yeah, there are some good examples, right? As for images, I mean, just look up the image on Google. Just rip it from Google. Or if you really need to, make it yourself. Right, that's as far as I can go with that. That's all I could really give you. Worst comes to worst, though, do your best to describe it to like ChatGPT and what exactly you need. Like I was looking for like I told ChatGPT I was like, I'm looking for a whoosh sound effect but repeated and a very low bass, and it was like, are you looking for helicopter blade sound effects? And I'm like, yep, that's it. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So I looked up helicopter blade sound effects, found a few shitty ones, found one that I eventually liked to put into the video and whatnot. So that's the farthest I'd use AI for in this video. That's it. That's the only time I'd use AI. I don't use AI to make my scripts. I don't use AI for my fucking thumbnails. I don't use none of that. I only use AI for maybe finding assets for me. That would be the last ditch effort. Anyway, back to this. This obviously looks like a light. It's pretty cool. Now, if you notice, there's a big jump in the sound effect here. To turn this off. I would think there's a jump in electricity there, right? So if I want to represent that, we would do a brightness node, which is this one. So this is going to take our already flickering footage, and we're going to just power the light here for a second. Just for a second, though. Just for a tiny, tiny second. So we're going to go from nothing to nothing. To very much something. Like that. And then we're cut back down to one here. So it looks like look at that. A big surge of electricity. See that? So these are what's called keyframes. I should have explained this a little. These are keyframes. Another very, very simple editing thing. You see all these diamonds on the side. It might be hard to see on stream. It's shitty. But all these diamonds on the side are keyframes. So you can scrub between this. These are every single frame that passes. So for instance, if I do this is the start, this is the end, it's going to end middle here in my clip. Then, of course, if I go into the end here, Fusion page, it'll be somewhere close to the end. So think of these as like steps, right? They're frames. That's basically what they are. So let's say on this step, I want the light to be absolutely nothing. So I'd set a keyframe for that. On this step, I want it to be as bright as possible. So I'd set a step for that. And on this one, I want it to be back to average. So now you have this. And what you could do is, so honestly, you can stay like that. Just, this one I want right for these off eventually. And then now look at that. Instead of a jump, it's gonna be like. Honestly, I can make that last a little longer too. Check that out. Look at that. Notice how it's a little long. This part of the spline is a little long. That's a little too long. It's cool. So it goes from this to this to this to very. And flickering. And then that on top of everything looks like this. Now, I'm hitting play, but it's really slow on the replay because I have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 animated saws, or 6, I can't count. I have 6 animated saws playing at the same time. If I removed these, it'd be a lot easier to, it'd be a lot faster. But once I add them, it's slow again. See that? It's all the lag. It's fucking annoying. But yeah. Okay. Alright, next step. This is pretty good for the lighting wise. Honestly, I think I'll call it here. Like, that's pretty cool, all in all. But I kind of want shadows. Sort of. See what shadows would. Honestly, I'm gonna move Flickr Edition and everything. So it goes like this, and then we have the flickering. It should still the same. Cool. But we should also be able to use the lighting that emerges from these saws. So if we put a shadow on each saw, see the shadow that comes along? If I delete it, See that difference? There's like barely any difference. But if we increase the softness, see that? Now there's a difference. If I delete it, there's a difference there. If it's on everything, it's like that. This is that. So for the sake of claustrophobia, slight. That almost, and then we're gonna use the alpha. Beautiful. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add what's called a highlight. So, obviously, when you look at like lights or something and you have something in your eyes, you get that like a glare effect. Right. I'm going to try to replicate that with this. So, first off, I need to make something similar to this. Okay. Okay. So, explain my thought process here. We're gonna have a light, boom, right? We're gonna make it white. So right now we have this, very cool. Now I'm going to add a very, very, very small circle to it, somewhat close to the size of this, right? That I could color it up. So I really change this size of it with the transform. So that's gonna go to here, and that's gonna go into our stack. Now we have a ball. Okay, the fuck are we gonna do this ball? It's up here. Shrink it down on that. Cool. Like very, very small. And then we're gonna take, so we're gonna soften the edges a little bit so it fades better. Now, first off, it's a lot brighter because I added a giant white circle. Actually, the difference isn't that crazy. Oh, but we can do. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's so small. How obvious is it? Ooh. I'm gonna keep that actually. So now we're gonna do a highlight. Look at that. Already I can see a difference. Does that look realistic? I think so. We're going to change the curve quite a bit. Just the length by a tiny bit. Angle it different. Like this. I might be a little too bright in this. That actually works just fine. What if I don't use the filter? Looks really cool. Alright, that looks very realistic to what I'm. Oh! There we go. Now it should be humongous when I. Yeah, there we go. So... What's with the jump? Fuck. Oh, I see. Like that. What the fuck? God. Alright, so I think why choose the end? Stupid. So How does light work? What do you think? Does it like spin? Or is that only in like send fucking Team Rocket flying and they go ding? It's like a little star at the end. It spins like that. I really don't know. That's cool. I want to keep it because it like flickers and shit. But let's leave that. I think I'm gonna do fast spin. Start it. Fast spin here, and then it starts to slow down here. So there. It's gonna go there-ish, and then this, and then it's gonna be slow. Actually. Just that little. That looks like it'll. I think I want to add a little to. Yeah, I'm gonna add some glow. Those no glow. I use this one all the time. It's very good. That's what that one. Oh, that already looks so much better. Holy fuck! Look at that. Before, after. It doesn't look that crazy on here. It's very, very. There's definitely. If I increase the glow size, that's just too much. I think this needs to go. So like, sure. Boom. So too. Slows back. Looks good. So it looks good. That. Step a little more. It's about even.
I woke up in the border of chaos and order, vivid dreams and strange memories, jokester, a trickster and a romancer. I do this on my own. Nowadays it's all black and white like
Alright,
the
cool.
keys of a piano.
So now, I think I have everything I would like. I think maybe I'll add a little shape.
I hear God talking, but it's overshadowed by El Diablo.
Fuck, I don't know what to do. Alright, so I noticed the image looks a little too good, so I'm gonna fuck it up a little. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take blur node. It's gonna make it shit. You add sound suppression to your mic, you're fine, but it's a little bit off compared to the original one. And let me hear. Hold on. I'm gonna go to my YouTube real quick. And let me hear. Hold on. Alright, cool. So now, I think I have everything I would like. I think maybe I'll add a little shape. Oh, wow, you're right. That does sound like shit. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Testing, testing, testing. Oh, wow, you're right. That does sound like shit. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah, what the fuck, man? What? Good catch. Hold on. So now, so it fades better.
Why does it sound so bad? What?
All right, a second. Good catch, thank you. Filters, edit filters. Oh, you're right.
Huh.
I fuck that noise gate. All right, hold on. Close. It should automatically sound a lot better. I fuck that noise gate. All right, hold on. Close. It should automatically sound a lot better. It sounds like shit. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's this button. Does it? Is this the microphone that I'm using? No. Is the fucking cable? Like no. I'll try to speak louder, but I also can't really afford to. Cause it's really late at night. Hold on. Speak louder, but I also can't really afford to. Cause it's really late at night. Yeah, why does it sound like shit? Man, hold on. Let me try to fix this. Give me a second. Microphone. Oh, wait, I think you're right. Hold on. Okay. This off rip should sound a lot better. Okay. This off rip should sound a lot better. Nope, this didn't change anything. Are you fucking for real? Nope, this didn't change anything. Hello? Fucking for real? Hello? Hello? Oh, I can hear myself. Nope, this didn't change anything. Hello? 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 Okay. Vocal clarity. Hold on, we'll see what this sounds like. Testing, testing. Okay. Vocal clarity. Hold on, we'll see what this sounds like. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Vocal clarity. Testing, testing. Blah, blah, blah. Testing, testing. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that sounds a little better. Hopefully that'll do for now. Testing, testing. Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Alright, cool. You know, for like a $300 fucking gamer headset, you'd expect the mic to be at least half decent, right? Like, goddamn, fuck, man. Alright, back to editing. Thank you for letting me know. Where was I? No, where's my music? Alright, I already went through the entire playlist like 3 times, so I'm gonna choose some different music. Do this one. God, I love this album. This album's beautiful. I changed the fucking sound and I'll try to speak up a little bit. So, alright, cool. So, obviously this looks a little too sharp. We're going to change that by fucking it up a little bit. So, actually, I'm going to change this to defocus. I'm thinking, hold on. What's this look like? Looks like shit. Looks like a fucking supernova spawning in my eyes. Go back down. Go back down. Okay, so we're gonna change this from here. So we're gonna do this. What the fuck? This. To this. to like this. To this. To this. Alright, so hypothetically, this should look pretty cool. So let's see what this looks like. It's like my eyes are readjusting, that's cool. I'm gonna lower this one a bit, move this one to like here. And then we're gonna take this and do that. Now this is actually moving a lot slower than you think, so or a lot faster than you think, so we're gonna take this, scooch this all over to here. Alright, that's pretty cool. Now if we got the saws, it's gonna get a lot slower. Like a lot slower. You see that? Can I zoom in? Or no? Also, what's this look like? At the high point here. Yeah, it works. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Now we're going to... Fuck, man. Also, look at what we made in an hour. Look at this giant tower. It's like probably like 20, 30 nodes in here. Nah, it's more than that. It's like 40. So now that we have this, we're going to... This looks a little too clean. We're gonna add more grain, like more shittiness to it. So right out of the defocus, actually, I think over the defocus actually, we're going to do some film grain. Now through my experimentation, I have noticed that Basic DaVinci has two different types of grain. It has film grain and regular grain. Now the issue with grain, especially on YouTube, is if you do too powerful of grain, it will nuke the bitrate. Which, if you don't know what bitrate is, it's the YouTube's processing on like the quality on everything. So if I do grain like on this and I full screen it, it's gonna nuke the quality on this YouTube stream because it's shit. So film grain is like a slightly shittier version of it, but I could actually freeze it on one spot. So that's what we're gonna do. So if you notice, like off rip, that's immediately a huge difference that I think I actually like. So that's before, that's after. I really like that. We're going to make the size bigger, like this. Now if I play it normally, it looks like that, and that would destroy the quality, probably. I don't know if I want to risk it. That's cool and all, but how powerful do I want this to be? Oh, it's so fucking cool. Wait, actually, hold on, it's sick. Do I risk film grain? I could do film grain. That is really cool. I'm gonna make the offset like that a little bit. Look at that. Wow. I was just gonna do this. Or this. And have it like slightly grainy like that. But I think it's worth to actually have this. It looks good? Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to sacrifice some of YouTube's quality then. I'm gonna raise the strength a little bit. Like that. Okay, that looks sick. So now, if you could see it and you could understand it, then it'll work. I'm gonna render this. So this is gonna be test 81. Or to be more specific, I should tell DaVinci what exactly to do. So if you click I, that's gonna be your start position. So you're gonna adjust these. And if you click O, it's gonna be your end position. So we're gonna do I and O. and then this is what it's going to render out specifically. So it's going to be the ending to this. So I'm actually going to include rendering the ending to this too, so I could see if this space is like needs more space in it or if that's enough. And we're going to make sure everything's in it. Alright, cool. Boob test. And then I'm gonna render it. And then we're gonna wait. This part usually takes a little bit. Not that long though. It's gonna take a lot longer since I'm streaming. Let's see what I can do in the meantime. Even though I'm enlightened. Let's see what Discord's up to. How does rendering work? So rendering is turning your entire timeline here. This is called the timeline. It's turning all of that into a video file. So you're essentially turning it from something only viewable on DaVinci, in this thing here, with all your bits and bobs and your knobs and dials, into like you're sandwiching. Imagine like flattening a sandwich so you can't open anything inside. But in turn, it's able to be processed by like YouTube or whatever, because YouTube, that's where you upload your MP4s, obviously. So it's turning all this into an MP4. The way it does this is you can see it encodes every one frame. So it looks at one frame, it loads it completely. It's like, okay, what should be here? And then it goes like, okay, this is what should be here. Next frame. And then it goes that each individual frame. It's a lot slower, but it's also a lot cleaner than doing automatic. So if you do automatic, it would look at like every 30 frames. It'd go like, okay, does this look good? Okay, yeah, it looks good enough. This next 30 frames, yeah, it looks good enough. This next, it's better just to do frame by frame. It takes a little bit longer. Like in the time I was yapping, it's already done. If you look on some of these other tests that I've done, this one took 10 minutes to render. This one took 15. Depending on how high you go, it'll eventually get to like, if I render out this entire thing right now, which I don't need to do, but it would probably take me like 3 hours to render, which is ridiculous. So we're going to pause the music a little bit, like that, and then we're actually going to watch on the main monitor here. Oh, can I? Give me a second, how do I? Is this? No. Can I do this? No. Alright, fuck it, hold on. Alright, cool. So I'm gonna pull up DaVinci again and then take this, move this over to here. This is gonna be my tests. So let's look at the test that we made.
And most importantly, focus.
Okay, so based on just that, I already see probably 2 things I can fix. Or not fix, but like improve upon. So let's see how this looks one more time.
And most importantly, focus.
So, off rip, 2 things that I can change. And the 2 things are, we're gonna watch this one more time because it's really cool.
And most importantly, focus.
So, the 2 things I immediately see off of first rip is, notice how the image is staying in one place. I want it to move and not just stay the same size the entire time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly increase the size of the image. That's the easy part. Now the slightly harder part is, we saw right here, we have the big bright white flash, and then it dies down and we can see everything again. That's based on the sound, because the sound, if you look here, there's a very big jump in sound right here, right? So that represents it turning on. So it goes and stays the same, and then near the end here, we have another big jump here, and then we have the switch. I'm actually going to increase the sound of this like that, so it sounds a little loud. A little low, not like 4. How loud can I go? That's gonna blow the fucking speakers out. Okay. Do you like that loud?
Let's go up a little more.
Okay, that sounds amazing. It's a little bit loud, so I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. Okay.
Let's go up a little more.
Okay, so we're gonna make it get loud here, and then okay. So let me turn this off real quick, and then switch over to this again. 3 hours to render, and then as for the video length itself, it's about 25 minutes right now. This is your minutes, this is your seconds, and this is your frames. I don't know why there's a 1 here. This should be 0, because there's no way it's an hour-long video, right? But even if we go all the way over to here at the very, very start, it'll say 1 hour for some reason, but we could ignore that. Yeah, if you keep going, it gets to like, it's the 1 hour, 30-minute mark. Yeah, it switches to 2 hours for some reason, I don't know why. Anyway, we're gonna go into here. Boom, we're here now. So let's get the harder one done first. So harder one is going to be the defocus and the brightness contrast. Yeah. And then by the end we want it super bright. Like that. What the fuck? I see, okay. Okay, so what I did, this is advanced DaVinci Resolve Fusion Page Tech, but if you have a node like this, you copy it and then you hit, instead of Control V to paste, which would make another duplicate, if you hit Control Shift V, it'll make another duplicate, but it'll have a green line connecting it. And this is what's called an instanced node. It's literally the exact same node, you just have another one of it. So whatever changes you make to this one, it'll also change to this one. Notice that? Like we have 0.698 on this one, and then we have 0.698. If I change this one, if I change one of them, it'll change the other one to the exact same value. That's all that does. The reason I put it here is because I want this flickering to be done here, but I also want this part to flicker as well. Like that, see that? At the same rate, so that way when we increase the gain here, it'll go up quite a bit. See? Now if I didn't have this, it would look like that. We need that little sparkle in there. So this is the very last frame, cool. I'm also gonna nuke the defocus, so like that probably. And then as for the defocus, we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna go like this actually. It's gonna be like that. Alright, so that's gonna look like that, cool. And then I guess I can make the film grain a little stronger, but I don't know if I want to do that yet. We're gonna save that for the end. And then as for brightness, we're going to spike this up very gradually, and then eventually it's gonna get real bright. So it's gonna look like, yeah, boom, big explosion of light. We can probably go a little bigger, honestly. Look at that. Do I want to make the film grain stronger? No. Maybe. Maybe just a little bit stronger. So we're going to take our film grain and we're going to keyframe it. So I want it this strong here, but over here I want it this strong, and then I get an idea of how exactly I want to achieve that. Like this. So it goes like this, and then it gets super bright. Like that. And then one more thing is we're going to take this and then we're going to add glow to it. So it makes the entire scene glow. Like so. It's a little too bright, but that would work just fine. That goes beyond just the glow there. So we're going to do this. About here, we're going to change it from here to this, which we're going to do like that. And we're going to make that look like that. So it's going to look like a big explosion of light. And then to make that sound good, we're going to do like a bigger audio here. It's a little too slow.
Let's go up a little more. Up a little more.
I think this audio could use some retiming.
Boobawamba. What you're seeing right now is footage of a frame perfect.
Alright, cool. Now we're going to re-render it. I've been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes, and the only thing I've worked on is 6 seconds. Look at that. And you know what? That 6 seconds is going to be fucking beautiful. This is number 2, boob test 2. Render queue. Alright, it's going to take another, like, what, minute to load? Actually, before that, I'm going to stop it real quick. I'm going to add a very basic riser to it. So it's a little more of an impact. Where's my risers? Here's a riser. I'm going to copy it over. I don't give a fuck. So now we just listen to the audio alone. Scooch this one up here, like this. It's a little too powerful. What else do I got? Nope. Maybe. No. No, it's too powerful. Fuck no. Fuck no. I like that one. That's the best one. So we're gonna do this. I don't even really need to look at the others, and then we're gonna take the peak, and then we're gonna put it right. I'm gonna keep this one like naturally really loud, like that.
Let's
Alright, now listen to that.
let's go up a
That sounds perfect. I think it's a little too loud. We're gonna drop it down by 1. Now we render it, and now we see what difference that makes. The render queue, yeah, replace, I don't care, render. Quality over quantity indeed. That's why I spend an hour and 11 fucking minutes on a 6-second part. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity indeed. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, oops. I forgot to turn these back on. Oh, I love quantity or quality over quantity. Every time. I want people eventually in the end game. I want people to look at my content and subscribe to it and then forget about me. And then eventually when I post something and it appears on their feed or it appears in their notifications, they get really excited and watch it right away. Kind of like a Summoning Salt, where he does like the history of speedruns, and you know for a fact it's going to be a good time. It's going to be something worth like sitting down with a bowl of popcorn and just eating while watching it type thing. I want mine to be the same energy. I want mine to feel like you're watching hours pass by, like hours of work pass by if you just blink. So I actually don't know why it rendered faster than last time, like 40 seconds faster. but we're gonna check it out. Alright, so this is this test, which I'm gonna change the scene for.
And most importantly, focus.
Notice how much cooler that looks? Oh my fucking god, I already forgot. Wait, I forgot to do the zoom in. Hold on. I'm not even gonna watch it a second time because I know for a fact just by looking at that, I can make two more changes that'll make it look good. So we're gonna go here. Wrong thing. I need this one. Here. I want my flicker to be a little bit more range, a little less smooth. And then I also want very slow inch forward. I forgot to do the fucking zoom. Oops. So we're gonna do it like that, so like there. That should look good. That's perfect. Alright. Now we're gonna re-render it again. Yeah, let's replace it, I don't care. Okay, cool. You remember seeing the Deepoken build video and like the style? Thank you. Shit, I gotta watch it again. I love seeing my own work, Loki. It is nice. Wait! Stop! I just thought of something else I could do to make it even cooler. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to this. I have one more thing that I could do to make it even cooler, and that is add a little bit of what is called camera shake. Now there's so many of these that I actually constantly forget which one's the one I'm looking for. That's the wrong one. Camera shake. That's the right one. So what we're going to do is right before the end of it, we're going to get really fast and really shaky. So we're going to do a little bit of pan, a lot of tilt, a lot of PTR speed, no rotation, no zoom to crop, a lot of speed, low motion, a lot of motion blur. So hypothetically about here. This is about half a second worth. So we're going to do from 0 to a lot. Like that. So it's going to be like that. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. Like that. And then we're going to do like this, and like that. So it's going to go a little more motion blur would be cool. God, it's so fucking cool. That's a little too fast. About there's fine. It might be a little too fast actually. Wait, let's do that. That'll work. Yeah, okay, so this is gonna be boob test 2. Yeah, alright. Sorry, I keep coming up with ideas. I have to. I can't resist. I can't fucking resist. Oh yeah, let's watch that again. Hold on. This is almost that's almost whole day.
Yeah, I don't want to have to make you sit through an hour-long video. If this video ends up being a lot of views, I'll make a video.
I'm so done with Deepoken, by the way. Like, I'm so fucking done. I'm gonna be so honest. I might make like one more video if it re-emerges a little bit. I want to make a video on how a boat saved Deepoken. I think that'd be kind of funny, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be so dead ass. I had this edit made. I think I had it made before I even started working on this video. And I was like, okay, this could be a really good introduction for the strength. So I did that. And then I was like, okay, now I need something for every single other factor. So that's where I came with the fortitude one. This is all me. I think that's pretty cool. Agility, this is one of my favorite clips of all time in Deepoken. This fucking one. Where this guy just fucking slams him down and he can't do anything. I thought this was hilarious. So I found a cool clip to go along with it. This is my laziest one, but I think it was pretty funny. Okay, cool, funny. What we have to get back to is we have to get back to this, which just finished rendering. So, alright, here we go.
And most importantly, focus.
You could barely notice a shake. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna fix that real quick. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna wait.
And most importantly, focus.
It looks so good. It looks so fucking good. Oh my god. Alright. That's perfect. God, that looks good. Alright. We're gonna make the shake happen a little bit earlier. Alright, something like that. I'm gonna re-render this one more time. I'm gonna replace it. That looks so sick. Oh my god. An hour and 30 minutes on a 6-second part, and it looks so fucking yummy. Ooh, shit. Ooh, shit. Or was that? Testing. That's my stream. What's the music? Oh, now we relax while this renders out in like a couple seconds. It'll be done in 10 seconds, maybe 15. I'll be done in 15. I got this new soap. That smells really good. And I've just been sniffing it all day, like an addict. All right, it's done. All right, so let's check this out. So the only thing I changed was the shake.
And
It should
most
be a lot more obvious.
importantly, focus.
Yep, you see the difference? What's the difference in that shake? It's very obviously there. But it's very faint, but I think it gives a bit of a cool effect there. The one thing I will change though, and I don't need to re-render this, but the one thing I will change is it does need to be a little bit slower. Because it's going so fast you only see 2 frames. So I'm going to change that just a bit. Change the speed and the PTR speed. Just very slightly. And now you could see more in between frames instead of just 2. That's cool. Alright, cool. This looks very cool though. Sun's coming out? Oh, not for me.
Let's go up a little more. And most
Cool. Alright, and then time to make the second half of what this stream is going to be, which is the title card. So, I actually made something very cool, a title card for this, Limbo, which is another level that's like really hard that I wanted to talk about. And I actually gave this an electricity effect. I don't even know how I did this. I made this on accident. That's really slow. I'll pull up some footage.
up to this point. Window 11 long, bright and
Look at that.
starting off with one of
It looks like electricity. I made that on accident, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
starting off with one,
So this is a title card, right? For this level, like an introduction. Now I need to make one for this one. So this is the level here.
this level gives so little visuals while expecting
Hold on, give me a second. Actually, the music doesn't even match. So, if you notice, the level is very green, which is what we went for. It's got a green, black, and white color scheme. It's also very CRTV glitch effect based. You can't fucking see anything here. Holy shit. You got a spotlight, and then we also have these like digital glitchy thingies that I think are really cool, right? Like this. It looks all like very cool coded, very glowy, if you notice. And then once again, we got the scan lines here. I could recreate every single part of this in DaVinci, like natively. So, for the title card, we see this, and then if we go onto YouTube, we see a bunch of other inspirations on YouTube here. So we have, oh, this one looks pretty cool. This one looks pretty cool. Well, this looks pretty cool. This one's okay. We're gonna base it off of these though. So if you notice, in both of these, the text is really distorted. So that's what I'm gonna try to replicate. It's also in all caps, so I'm gonna do that. It's also very tightly packed together, the letters, so I'm gonna also try to replicate that. And yeah, we'll see what we can do from there. I'm getting tired though. We're gonna finish this soon. Oh fuck, man. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna put some music and be right back. Fuck. I'll be right back.
It's 12 a.m. at night. Getting line in my shirt pocket to remind me of the light. Petals fall away as I reflect on wasted time. Perhaps I shall soliloquize and improve my way of life. So instead I put up a fight. Castle stands tall. Snowy town from my window. I don't wanna feel it all. Take the feather, write my scrolls when I feel tranquil in the fall. Hands side by side, feel the breeze dancing on my palms. In this moment I have it all. Heartache when I'm searching, my wishes turn to burdens. But I will not apologize for becoming a different person. I know I'm not the first thing, the page is slowly turning. I dive into the autumn leaves when my heart's heavily burning. I'm deep inside my head, next thing I know the day's up. I dream of fireflies and romance, nothing I'm afraid of. I'm a poet drunk from self-love, sometimes I dread to wake up. I pray for days like this, my ideal self will not stay made up. Health Action 25.
Ugh, fuck, I'm tired. Alright, let's make this fucking title card. So, one thing that seems pretty consistent across all of the The examples I've seen are these scan lines, which are these like digital looking lines on the thing here. Right? And then we also have, it looks like another set of scan lines that are like bigger and more faint that are going down. So I'm gonna try to replicate everything. So I'm gonna mute this for a little bit. We're gonna listen to the audio.
Let's go up a little more. Let's go up a little more. Let's go up a little more. Let's go up a little more.
I want to have subtitles here probably because it's kind of hard to hear with the music being so loud. But the music needs to be loud for the impact of this to really take place. I guess maybe I could do that.
Let's go up a little more.
Yeah, it's still hard to hear, so I'm gonna do some subtitles real quick.
Well,
You shouldn't take that long at all. Give me another fusion composition. Very easy, very simple.
Go up a little more.
Boom. We're gonna do into the drop, which is where our footage is gonna start coming in.
This is not only, but what makes this, well, this level also has random decorations. This. Yes, they are random. Whoa, the game. Needed to show you this so you can get a. Needed to show you this. Get a.
About here, marks. Cool. So we're gonna do that. So what the fuck is going on here? Why is it like so much louder? What the fuck?
This is a level called Boobawamba. What you're.
I'm gonna make this a little bit.
This is a level called Boobawamba. What you're seeing right now is footage of a frame-perfect counter for the level. This level called Boobawamba.
I gotta delete that because I'm gonna replace it with other footage.
This is a level called Boobawamba. What?
Alright.
Let's go up a little more. Up a little more.
How do I want to do this? Fuck. Fuck, man. Well, okay, I have a couple ideas. Oh my god, voice crack. I have a couple ideas. So for the subtitles, I obviously wanted to say let's go up a little more. And then I'm going to have a transition here that I've used countless of times, that I've made myself. I'm very proud of it. And then it's going to be transition into title card. That with a little bit of adjustments. But I need to make this quick because I'm really fucking tired. I want to get to sleep by like 4:30. So I have an hour to work on this. Off rip, I have a couple ideas on what I could do for this part exactly. That I'm going to start now because I really should get started on it. So we're here. What exactly does it say? I think it says let's go up a little more. So that's what we're gonna do. First things first, really simple. We're gonna do simply the same setup as we had last time. So we're gonna do like that, and then except instead of black, I think I'm gonna do a little tiny bit of what's called fast noise. So we're gonna do fast noise. Fast noise is very simple. And we're gonna tell fast noise to go to here. I'm not gonna explain as much of this because I need to go fast, but this might not even show up on stream. It's gonna be that tiny. And then we're gonna increase the seethe rate by like very slightly. I don't even know. Okay, on stream, can you see the like difference in color here, or is it all just black? It's 5:30. You're going to sleep soon too. Hey, if you really need to sleep that badly, you should sleep. Like you should turn off my stream now. I don't think this is worth watching. It's just me editing. You can come back if you want to learn something, but yeah. Can you see something like? Can you see a difference in color? I'm gonna check on my stream actually. Because if you can, I'm gonna keep it going. You can. Okay, you definitely can. Hold up, hold up. All right. Is it just one black, or is it multiple different like shades of black? Because I have a little bit of gray here. You see that? And then a little like black here. And a little bit of texture. That's perfect. Okay, that's actually really good for what I'm going for. Okay. It's your brightness? Okay, it's fine. So what exactly does it say?
Go up a little more.
Let's go up a little more, okay. So I'm gonna say let's go up a little more, period. So off rip, I am looking for a very, very specific font. I believe, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember I used it somewhere else in the video. I'm gonna find that spot in the video. Here? No, wait, is it here? This is memory low. I did use it here. Okay, hold on. There it is. That's the font I'm looking for. There it is. Okay. This was. What's this? LCD Mono 2. Okay, cool. Go all the way back to here. Put that font here, which is LCD Mono 2. Boom. We're gonna make this green. Green, and then we're gonna put X glow, which is gonna make shit look very bright, very cool. Wow, that actually affected my shit so bad it's actually lagging my PC. Holy. And we're gonna put scan lines. Line frequency, quite a bit. I'm also gonna make this a little smaller. Oh my god, it's actually nuking my stream. Holy shit. That looks pretty cool, but what if we put the scan lines back here? Okay, what if we increase the sharpness? Holy fuck. Alright, that works, yeah. Alright, cool. So we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna add a very slight shake to it all. Shake, very, very, very slight shake. Shake. Oh, this is the wrong one. It's the wrong one again. It's the right one. Based on that alone, it's way too fast. So we're gonna lower the motion or lower the speed. Keep the motion, speed, motion, tilt, pan, amplitude. Make the zoom to crop. That looks perfectly fine if I'm being honest. Maybe shrink it down just a little bit to like there. Then that's what that would look like with that. Put that on top of that, that look like that. Do I even need the vignette? I don't think I do. Okay, cool. So scan lines are going to do this. Very, very simple. We're going to do this here. Belt line shift here. It's going to move quite fast. Repeat motion here. Do that. That looks a little plain, but I don't think I could afford to willy-nilly it. Does that look fine? Can I do anything else with the scan lines? Can I make them a different color? Oh, I can. And slight green hue. It's a little fast. Let me slow it down. And increase the rotation amplitude a little bit, like that much. And then now we have movement that looks like not enough. We keep going. Alright, that looks good. Alright, cool. Let's go up a little more. That's honestly a little bit hard to see, but fuck. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go back and fix it. So, very obviously the XGlow is a little too powerful. I'm gonna remove or lower the iterations quite a bit, so it's a little more readable. So that was before, this is after. The issue is still, it's too much glow. Lower the gain quite a bit. That's a little bit more legible. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put shadow on top of it. So we're going to do pro game remove. We're going to take this. Text shadow. We'll do this here, there. We'll do this. Oops. Oh, fuck it. I know I'm not perfect. I know. That looks better, but it also still kind of looks like shit. So we're going to take this, and then we're going to apply a screen. I want it to be like readable. That doesn't make a difference. Dissolve. That makes a difference, but not in a good way. Darken. Multiply. Lighten. Yeah, it doesn't. Fuck, it doesn't. Whatever. It doesn't make a difference. I don't care. What if I had an outline? Nah, I give up. Right. Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. Ooh, that's actually sick. I didn't even do that. What the fuck am I? That looks really cool, actually. I'll keep that. And then I'll also do a defocus. No. We're gonna do this first. Then we're gonna do defocus. Defocus. Lower bloom threshold, raise bloom level, increase defocus size. Maybe. No, a lot better. Do it later. Cool.
Let's go up. Let's go up.
I have to do a Flickr edition. There's no way I can't resist Flickr edition. No, I'm supposed to. Range, like that much. Speed, quite fast. Smooth as none. That works, cool. Next, we're gonna do my favorite transition, which I'm gonna just be on a fucking copy from a different place I used it because I'm tired. You're going to sleep. Good luck with the editing. Thank you. I'll remember you when you. Hopefully, you'll comment under the video when it's done, and then I'll love the comment, and then Go to sleep, man. Peace. There it is. What? Oh, cool. Fuck, this is making so much lag. Geodash logo. Ha ha ha. Where does everything peak? Don't geek out. Fucking shit, man. Wow, I actually put no effort into this transition. Holy shit. What does that look like with this? I can't resist. I'm gonna fucking copy it. Load, 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 load. Monkey, 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 monkey. Load, 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 load. Where's it? Where's that fucker at? Here. Here. Yes, sir. That's what I'm looking for. Come here. Fuck you. Okay. Cool. Mosaic blur. What the fucker? What does this do? Nothing. Can I just... No, I can't for some reason. Right. Whatever. Oh! Oops. Fuck, that looks cool. I'm just gonna seal it. Entire thing. Even though I'm blind.
What?
I see.
You're called Boobawamba. Boobawamba.
Boobawamba. Ooh, I like that. What's that Gloucester MT Condensed. Cool. That looks like shit. What the fuck am I thinking? What message say? Alright, let's find a fucking font that works, maybe. Because that looks like shit. Oh my god, alright. I kinda like that. It's not thick enough, though. I need something thick. We could do that. It's a classic. Looks like shit. That's not bad, but it's kind of shit. Shit. No, that's actually not bad. Fuck, do I want to use that though? Do I really want to use another danger? Fuck! Nah, I don't want to. I had to fart, I had to mute up. Boobawamba looks good actually. That actually might be the one to go with. Jill Sands Extra MT Condensed Bold. I think I might be the one. Now, I don't know why there's two of them, to be honest. That's weird, okay. What the fuck are these doing all the way down there? Am I geeked? What the fuck? This is shit. Yo, what the fuck? Hold on. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And this doesn't have to be all the way up here. Boobawamba.
This is a level called Boobawamba.
Oh, this is too thick. Is it you? It is you. Please once more, smile on me.
This is a level called Boobawamba.
Boobawamba. Man, I wish there was a better fucking font. Holy, all these suck. Ooh, wait, hold on. Nah, that looks so bad. Holy. That's just impact. I know that font isn't filled as a child of my own. Ooh. Fuck. What am I using right now? Shit. Cool. Yinglu, or whatever the fuck that font is called. Wait, that's tough. Hold on. It's not thick enough though. You can't really see the inside of it.
But
Do you really even need to though? I think it's peak. Booba Wumba. Perhaps I shall slew coins that could prove me. All these fonts, and you'd think one of them would be usable. Nope. Fuck, I can't decide. I have to get this one. I can't resist. It's so cool. It's so cool.
this is a level called Wamba.
This title card might have been easier than I thought. What if I replace this with X Squirrel? Will the world implode? Fuck, I'm kind of falling in love. Oh my goodness. It's just a lagging the shit out of that computer. I'm gonna stop that. Alright, let's see what my friends going. There's boobs too. Anyways.
And most importantly, focus. And most importantly, focus.
God, it looks so good.
This
What? Motherfucker is that? It's the center. Bitch, like what the
This is
Yeah, it's honestly close enough, if I'm being honest.
a level called Bubawamba.
God, that looks cool. Alright, fuck it. All is forgiven. What? Yeah, overlay black bars. Fuck you. Awesome.
Wamba. Wamba. Level called
Holy shaders. Yummy! Huh. Sigma. Motherfucker. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god, wait, am I going crazy? Holy shit. Put you there. Take you, put you there. Good. And then now I'm gonna glitch the fuck out of you. With like a ton of subdivisions. A lot of text. Oh, baby. Random seed. Oh, I'm gonna be like 100.
A level called Boobawamba. Seeing right now is footage of a frame perfect counter for the level. This is absolute needlepoint gameplay that you're watching right now. Not only
This I could do so fucking fast. I'm so tired. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming. Intermission, stream ending soon instead of starting soon. I edited for 2 hours, which is about what I wanted to go for. I think I said 4 at the start. I knew that was a lie. It's probably just maybe 2, which is what I usually do. Got a lot of good work done. I'm gonna keep whatever this render makes myself because I think it'll be really cool. I don't want anyone to see it. So that's my plan. I should be able to finish the entire Bubawamba part by, like, I could finish that in like an hour. Bird test full.